Okay, class, this is Mr. Frank, and we are going to be building a bench in class. But before we, use all of the tools and put together the bench in real life, we're going to model the bench in Autodesk Inventor and use our Inventor skills to see the bench in 3D before we actually build it and learn about a few types of engineering drawings along the way. So first, let's start by getting to Autodesk Inventor, going to All Programs, Autodesk, and then it's going to be the Autodesk Inventor 2018. That's Inventor Professional. So once you have that popped up, we can begin. We're going to begin with the very, very basic parts that are going to be needed for this bench and the parts that you're going to be cutting out using the tools in class. First part is going to be the leg. To create the leg, we are going to go to a new file, and it's going to be a new part file, the standard IPT, and we're going to just create a rectangle that is going to be 17 inches tall. Let's wait for it. Start 2D sketch, XY plane, and now we can create that rectangle. It's going to be 17 inches tall, so I'm going to dimension that. Type 17, zoom out, there we go, and it is going to be 5.5 inches wide, 5.5, and I'm going to finish that. I'm going to go ahead and extrude it to 0.75 of an inch. That's 3/4 of an inch. And this is part of my leg. So I'm going to make sure I go up and head up here. I'm going to go to default and actually change this to look like wood. And we're going to just go with yellow pine. There we go. So I'm going to change it to look like wood. You can use whatever color you want for it. But let's make sure we color it. Save it, and we'll start on our next piece. So now I have the leg. Our next piece, I will need to start a new part file. It's going to be the top of the bench. Starting on the XY plane. Again, I'm going to draw a rectangle. This time, I'm going to make this bench, and these are not small benches that you'll be taking home. It's going to be 36 inches, which means it's going to be 3 feet. So we've got 3 feet long, and again, the width is going to be 5.5 inches, 5.5. And I'm going to finish this sketch, extrude it, again to 0.75, and go up and color it, same as my other one, which I used yellow pine, and there's our second piece. So this is our bench top. The next part is going to be some side supports. So I'm going to, again, start a new file, standard IPT, create it. This time, the width of this is going to be 30 inches. We've changed something right here. This is going to be 3.5. This is going to be a decorative piece. So I'm going to just, and there's a few different ways we could do this in less steps, but I'm going to just go ahead and extrude this to that 0.75. That's the width of our lumber there. I'm going to change the color of it. And this is the part where we get to add a new sketch and some individual design to our project. And I can start, I'm going to start by, I think, making a nice little arc right here. And maybe a nice little arc over here. make sure these are the same. Let's go 10 inches. 10 inches. Now you can do whatever you want on this. And maybe I just want to do another arc. Again. And let's make sure all these are the same. I might have to change this up just slightly. We're done. Let's make all these 6.75. 6.75. Just to make everything symmetrical. That's the. Then I need to make sure these are complete shapes, so I'm going to draw a line there, finish the sketch, and I'm going to go ahead and extrude all of these and cut them through. This will be a brace for my bench. Now your design might be a lot different than this one. I'm going to click Save, and we'll get to the assembly next. Essentially, what we should have completed by the end of this video, pretty simply, a bench leg, our bench top, and our bench side. Even though these don't look like much right now, they will in our next video that's going to talk about the assembly.